All right, guys, we are back. Map number 2 with this best of 3, Cplay versus MyXMG. And now we're on Dust 2, and I feel like things going to be a little bit more even here. Although it is the choice of MyXMG, I feel like there's going to be a little bit more resistance on that Cplay side. They're starting on the CT side as they are able to pick which side they're more comfortable on, and as we can see, it will be the CT side. So already the T's moving into Upper Dark. They've got the bomb on their back and heading into Lower Tunnel, but aggressively peeking out his glaive. He's got a nade. He's going to be sending that into Lower Dark as well. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's actually the first frag going to the T side.
Yeah, good start for XMG, getting that frag early. And now this puts pressure on Cplay. When you get that early kill on Catwalk, Cplay either has to dedicate 2-2 or try to do a 2-1-1 setup. Either way, there's going to be a weaker bomb site. And MyXMG can rotate back and forth from the Catwalk and middle really quickly. But they lose a player trying to poke his way into A, and now they want to go back towards middle. Cplay's getting very aggressive. This is not a good look by them. And MyXMG is going to rush straight out of middle. Able to get the one. But now, looking for the second. He fell back into spawn. Now it's off to the races for the B bomb site. We have one member. That's Get. Oh, still lurking at middle, as well as the B player going down. Cplay with another awful start. And Holst, last man up. But MyXMG took advantage of what Cplay did there. I don't know exactly what Cplay's thought process was, because MyXMG was clearly on Catwalk with a bunch of their players. So they were trying to preemptively flank them. I don't know, but that's the strength of Dust 2 on Catwalk. You can just fall back from Catwalk, hit middle, in Cplay, not playing the range at all. You're going to lose those battles with the USP versus Glocks.
Yeah, and the way Get stays outside of CT spawn as well. Such an underrated position. A lot of times you'll see, and I'm trying to think of the match that we did recently where the teams would just try mid to B, but they would never leave a player outside of CT spawn. But hold that thought, as rushing into the B bomb site. Laz is going to get one with a jumping headshot here, and Glaive with one as well. Oh, they're all falling right now. This is up to NKY and Naviz as the scout frags come in. Laz with 2, Glaive with 1 of his own. They're now in retake territory, so without a kit, they do need to hustle in here. And with smokes in the window and doors, that's going to prevent this take. And they're going to be flashing over as well. Naviz still with one of those in his pocket. They've got a Molotov on Naviz, sorry. Mix that up there, but it's actually going to be buried to take in through the window. It's going to leave Naviz all alone, and he finds one frag. Can he get any more? He's in a very, very rough spot. Holtz will find the kill on him, and that's going to be it. Cplay picking up their second round.
I don't think they're going to get the defuse. I think it's going to blow up. This is going to be extremely close. 1 second.
Wow.
Oh my god, that was so very close.
Point 2 again. That's the second time in 2 days that we've gotten that stat show up. 0.2 seconds left for that defuse. Cplay just barely squeaking out the round.
As close as can be, and MyXMG almost got away with something. And it came down to the scouts. Usually the double scouts recently haven't been working, but that time they get 3 frags as they're crossing into B. I believe it was Lass who got one through the wall and then continued to peek around in no scope. Nutty stuff by him. But I think a problem here, they still have 2 scouts. MyXMG getting the bomb down. They're going to be able to afford almost a full buy. And you see the weaponry of Cplay here. They got a FAMAS, a MP, another FAMAS, 2 scouts. Not optimal. I'd favor this for XMG. They just got to find a way to get around these scouts and not allow. Oh man, Last through the wall. What wall? It doesn't matter. This scout. Maybe he should just scout the rest of the game. He's been killing everybody through the wall here. Now he's going to be jumping up on the catwalk, finding another one. Oh, narrowly misses the head and hits it the second time. Last with this scout. MyXMG has to figure out a way around this. And now, before they have a chance to do so, they're already down 2 players. And they're going to regroup on Catwalk again. Lass has not gone anywhere. He's still jumping up and down. And now he's going to fall back at the worst possible time. MyXMG might have found themselves a window here. But Lass is able to regroup in time. And now he's posted up on the Catwalk with this scout again. Let's see if he can kill anybody or anybody else. With this very deadly scout. Oh, it does hit another one. But MyXMG is taking up Catwalk. They lose one more player, but they get the bomb down. Very important. Neves trades a lot of HP to take down Barry. Oh, Neves is controlling this AK wonderfully. And NKY is going to reposition himself on Catwalk. It's going to be a battle here on Catwalk. If Muff B can take him down on Catwalk, this should be a Cplay round. But if XMG wins this on Catwalk, it's going to go their way. Muff playing this so passively. He doesn't believe that the terrorist is there, and he is. And they take down both of them. Going to have time to defuse. No, it's going to be really close again. It's.
Oh
I don't think
my
they're
God.
not going to get it this time. This time, MyXMG is going to take the bomb with just under a second remaining. These rounds have been getting so close with these bomb plants in Cplay that what it came down to, Muff wanted to wait for the smoke on Catwalk because he couldn't rush through it. Otherwise, NKY was going to get that kill. So the fact that Muff had to wait won XMG the round, even though Muff won the Catwalk exchange.
That was quite a round coming out, and MyXMG just barely steal it away. As Navi is definitely credit to him just cleaning up. And Get actually had an interesting play. He had 20 HP, jumped off. As soon as he flashed out, he's the first one off Cat. Jumps down to CT ramp and then finds the frag on Laz. So, and actually he ran right past someone that was at the elevator position, hence how he died. But anyhow, some craziness coming out. And now we're going to see a split A. And so far, 1-for-1 trade. They've got Pimpin and Saney just trying to find these frags on a Barry on site, finds it. And Saney's going to connect onto Laz. They've got Glaive, though, side of CT spawn. He's actually going to be the last one. He found a scout headshot, but that's about everything that he's been able to pull off. He's going to be rotating out of CT spawn, so maybe the thing is, he might go for an exit frag. Nah, he's just going to save this weapon, as again he wants to save that scout. They've had pretty good situations with it. If he hands it off, well, he's had some nice frags, but Laz definitely maybe a little step above, so maybe drops that to his teammate in the next round, as they do not have a lot of money in their pockets. And MyXMG putting 2 in a row. Very key for them to keep their economy afloat, and they've actually found Glaive here, so we'll see if they can. Oh yeah, they're pinching him at the moment. He will go down, so no scout for Laz going into this next round.
Yeah, pinched to death. Very painful and slow way to die.
Oh yeah, the worst. Almost as bad as being tickled to death.
Right, that's got to be the worst. I mean, whoever tickles me is in danger. I mean, I'm flailing.
It's terrifying.
Somebody's gonna get struck, and then it's not funny anymore. But yeah, MyXMG seems to be winning all these rounds that dictate, the monetary situation. Cplay, they went for a force what they can, and now they're going to be looking at a single save, maybe even a double, depending on what they want to bring out. And MyXMG was on the verge of a save there as well. So winning the very crucial ones that win you the easier rounds. Now Cplay coming up long, try to pressure 2 players there. It is double aggression here at long as well as B, but Nevis doesn't look like he's going to be going down. Okay, Cplay gets 1. Actually, they've gotten 2 this round, excuse me. So 1 frag apiece at long, as well as B. Glaive. This is significant economic damage that Glaive is doing here, because XMG's money is critically low. And the fact that they're hunting him is very risky. But XMG is going to take him down. They lose 3 players on the save, and that's very good for Cplay.
Yeah, the economic damage, that's definitely going to help out, as they want to make it so they're going to win a round. It's going to do more than just making them rebuy. They want to force them onto the eco if at all possible. But they are going to be fairly low in money here, so they do have an opportunity to do so. They're actually sending 3 players over towards B. Actually, they'll leave 1 in mid. Laz just playing close near the double doors, but having 2 aggress up long as well. The CT setup. Oh, they're actually pushing into upper tunnels, so they take down a player, as well as Barry finds 1. I believe, yeah, those Barry out long found 1 frag, so advantage for the CTs. Get finds a frag, though, onto Laz, left side of mid. So they're able to now push out very, very slowly. Got Glaive close left side of mid, though, and pulled out a smoke momentarily. I'm not really sure what that was going to be for. And oh, he switches to a nade right as Get pushes around the corner. He will go down, pushing into this B bomb site. Muff B was white screen for a moment, and he will go down as well. So this is a nice B side. Yeah, exactly.
The one you bank up over the wall, just it doesn't look like it would work, but it just barely squeaks its way over the wall. And if you're anywhere near that flash, you have no time to react to it. I mean, you can hear it, you can hear the bank. But the bank means it's coming from 2, even 3 different locations now. You can bank it off the left side of the wall, you bank it off the floor, or you can bank it through the window. So, unless you're looking for it, you're going to have to guess where that flash is coming from. And Muff B full white screened. Another round going to MyXMG that Cplay had a brilliant start to. They got 2 opening frags, 2 different locations. MyXMG recuperates by coming out middle, and the player there pulling a nade out. That seems to happen so often at that location. It's such a tricky timing to master, because when you're coming out of middle as a T, you want to either you're storming out and noise is not an issue, or you're making it really difficult for the CTs to time when to flash and peek. And the Cplay member tried to do it, but bad timing. MyXMG take a round. Probably shouldn't have. But now Cplay forcing up again here. And all these force-ups, they got 2 scouts on the board. And oh, there's one down already. Last, re-peeking too many times. With the scout now, you're allowed to repeat. You're allowed to repeat with the scout. Now with the op, it's really difficult to do that. But coming up in the A, they're splitting it 2-3. XMG slowly making their way up.
The team kill.
Yeah, just blast his teammates' heads off. Man, our teammate, not a double kill. That would have been even worse. But Gimpin creeping up the catwalk. He's got to make some room for his teammate, but he goes down, and now it's just Get in the pit. Looking for that bomb. Is Cplay going to allow him to get the bomb? Yes, they are. But Get here has a lot of work to do, and Cplay already rotating off. They do have Glaive watching the cross, and that should be the end of the round whenever Get decides to cross. He does have a smoke, but now he switches off to his AWP. He's got to know one's in the bomb site, spots him, but must be playing a really tricky angle to how Get tried to approach that.
Yeah, interesting play. I feel without the team kill there, that was actually a solid A take. But as soon as the team kill comes in, and it's only Get and I believe it was Gimpin on catwalk there, very, very low, you kind of run out of options as, yeah, they just don't have the HP marks to be able to deal with those players on platform. So second round comes in for Cplay. They need to continue the success as they cannot afford to continue to go back and forth with MyXMG on these rounds. They need to build up that CT side economy, and it hasn't worked out for them thus far. Naviz getting smoked off catwalk, but actually pushes through, and Bolt's not able to get a hold of that frag. He's going to fall off with 28 HP. They do find 2 frags on Glaive and Muff B, though, and B bomb site completely under the control of the terrorists. A good way to take a bomb site. They rush in, and is NKY and Gimpin both finding their way into the site. Now retake scenario. They've got 2 players Cplay. Actually, they're just going to save here. They're just running up mid. Two of them running up mid. Naviz actually finds one, so it's a difficult situation. It's hard to watch when you're in the middle of trying to save, and then you just die, and you didn't even get a chance to try and take to the site. It makes you think that you should have just went for something, but obviously they are able to keep 2 alive here, but a little bit painful losing that third.
Another round, XMG. Cplay it's getting scary for them again. XMG just seems to be the better team today. Odds definitely not warranting how this match is going. Cplay might just get 2-0'd here. And let's take a look at their monetary situation. Decent buy, lacking some nades on Last, but Last is just going to be going for these kills at middle. Mid's even harder to pick now that you can't strafe out and quickly take a peek. Safer just to pick the cross top mid. But Cplay is playing 3-2 here. We just have Last kind of spotting middle. But XMG, with a couple good flashes and smokes, could have an easy entrance to this B bomb site here. All they got to do is blind Last, get out mid. That should be it. Here they come. They don't flash first. There's Last getting the kill. Now comes the 1-2 from XMG. They got one player trying to take out into B, but he's being so passive about it. So just MyXMG trying to take out middle. Cplay, this shouldn't be an issue for them. MyXMG, they've taken far too long to try to come out mid, and Cplay able to adjust accordingly. MyXMG just with 1 player up, any damage he could do to the money of Cplay, or lack thereof of money. They don't really have any at all. The Nevies, 45 seconds here could be a huge detriment to Cplay, but you just got to find the right ways to approach from. I wouldn't even mind him going all the way back around to middle to look for some kills, and indeed, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, heading back towards T-spawn, and just want to credit Glaive for those 2 frags that he got from CT spawn. One way, obviously, to deal with those CT spawn smokes is you can jump up onto those boxes and see right over top of them, and that's exactly what he did. But Naviz now in T-spawn, like you were suggesting, trying to do some more economic damage. If you could find any weapons at all, it would be fantastic. But Glaive will put him away, finds a 3K in the round. And again, credit to him for definitely stopping a large part of that mid-pressure. They had to kind of stay at the double doors and focus on him once he showed himself on top of that box. And you can actually, you're actually very I'm looking for a word here.
What are you trying to say, Chad?
I'm trying to say that you're close to invisible in that spot, but you are technically still a little bit visible. So a lot of teams will even pre-fire, but the idea is that you can peek up over that smoke. But nonetheless, we'll get back into this round. Holt finds 2 frags. Barry gets one of his own. And Holt's on to Sandy. It leaves NKY in a 1v3. He's going to be coming up long. Let's try and get a bomb plant or something to that effect. He is very low, though. Brought down to 53 HP. The Glaive on platform, but Glaive's going to come chasing for him. He's looking to rotate out towards the long A house, but needs to find 3 one-on-ones. That's the plan here, and he turns around. Glaive wins that one, and it will be another round of the favor of Cplay. So they get 2 in a row, and again, they need to continue the success, build up their CT side economy.
Yeah, and that's something they haven't really been able to do yet. MyXMG, if they got any kills in those 1 versus X scenarios, Cplay would have had a member without optimum nade. So, well, see what XMG can do here. They've already had a decent half, but now gonna go for the old B rush. Only 1 player in the site. That's Muff B, and he doesn't get flashed at all. And he's gonna have an opposite team very soon. MyXMG is getting flashed to death. Gimpin actually burns him, but Last holding on strong to the doors. I thought XMG was gonna be able to overwhelm Last, but alas, not able to do it, and now remains 1 on a bunch. Glaive come through the doors, quickly ends any XMG chance there. And Cplay, this is the kind of round they needed to have to start developing their economy. I mean, you lose 2 players and you're still not gaining enough money to have it be advantageous. And now, seeing that they're gonna have a decent amount of change coming into the next, only having to rebuy 1. So now they're in the territory where they can lose 1 and be able to buy still. For XMG, their loss bonus, they're going to be able to do the same, but it's not going to be optimum. So big round for both teams here. And MyXMG, are they running out of steam, or is Cplay finally waking up? I can't tell.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. I feel like we're seeing a little bit better play coming out from Cplay. MyXMG is still they're holding their own, but just not able to secure these kind of close rounds. But NKY finds the frag out long. Barry goes down. They've got 1 player on platform. Holtz will be at elevator on this A bomb site, but doesn't look like MyXMG is necessarily interested in taking up. They're just hanging on to this real estate. Glaive gets dropped down. Oh, another shot comes out and finishes off the frag. First one nicked him, but second one put him away. Holtz trying to play behind the smoke and be able to make it work. Nah, NKY is going to get the better end and leaves Muffby and Lass left to try and, well, quite honestly, they're probably going to save at this point. Maybe try and work an exit frag or 2, take away some money. Obviously, we're stating how not a lot in terms of change in the pocket for MyXMG, but they take down the AWP in, or sorry, not the AWP. They take down the rifle, but Laz is severely pinned down right now. He's going to smoke out.
Stuck.
And he's going to get flanked as well. Gimpin already inside of the B site, and they're able to take every single weapon away from Cplay. So that's where that monetary situation comes in. They needed to be able to buy once again, and they will be able to here.
Yeah, that's a big round for MyXMG. Not losing a single player. Cplay now. This is going to determine whether their hack is going to be okay or not. They lose this, their economy's broken. MyXMG is probably going to be looking at 9-6, 10-5, something like that. And it is going to be a long rush for MyXMG. Cplay's playing 3 players here, but they haven't been allowed to get out just yet. They do flashbang over. MyXMG has to trade this out. They do. And now Cplay, they do have an op way in the back, and Lass is giving it to him way far away. Barry gets one of his own, and now just get last guy up. And he is part of the catwalk squad. I think all of his teammates died at long. Save maybe 1. But this is the problem with his op now. When you're in these situations, you can't peek like that because there's a perfect example. It's going to favor the op that's posted so much with this update that there's no point in going for those kind of picks anymore. If you're just going to slide out like that, you're relying on your opponent to miss. And he didn't miss, and then you die. So it's I don't know if jump peeking is the right option. Now even just running and then crouching and scoping. That's what I'm trying to do now, but it's much more inconsistent as it was from before, where you could just strafe out, stop, instantly shoot, and have a decent chance against an opper who's posted up.
Yeah, it's a lot more tricky a situation now, that is for certain. 7-6 here. Cplay's having a decent CT half, and of course MyXMG already up a map, so crucial for Cplay if they want to see that third map in Inferno, which is a random one, so they will knife for sides if we do make it there. But pushed up on Cat right now, MyXMG. They've got Sani and Get, and actually they're going to smoke off in a way that they can actually make it out to elbow or maybe even flash into it, drop into CT spawn, something to that effect. Get actually just playing a one-way here. It looks like he's staring down into CT spawn, but hasn't found anybody on CT ramp or anything like that. Laz is playing on A ramp. He holds out long. Barry on a quick rotate inside a CT spawn, and inevitably this should be an A split considering they still have NKY inside a long A house, but see how this develops as, again, the CTs have a decent setup with Barry in position to rotate out, and Laz finds the first frag onto Sani. Get fires back, though, and it will be a one-on-one trade. They've made their way out towards elbow, and this is going to cue NKY to come out long. He loses the duel to Holtz, though, and that is a very big deal as they get the bomb set, but Gimpin, only one left on site. Navi's way out of position to deal with this. He's going to be coming in long, but the plant is for Catwalk. And again, he does find that first player, but Barry's already on the defuse, and he is already running away.
I know flay is a word. Is flayer a word? Like
Flayer?
I am a
don't know,
flayer.
maybe.
I flay everybody. I don't know if that's a word. I have to look
I'm
it
gonna
up.
go with it. I'm gonna create it.
Right there you go.
Me.
Flayer. It sounds pretty intimidating. I mean, to flay somebody is. I don't know.
To fillet them, like as in like your fillet. Yeah, so a filleter. Is that what we're going with?
No,
or
FLAY.
I'm just gonna go with filleter though, because you like fillet them like a fit. I don't know. Anyhow,
I'm not into cannibalism. I don't know what you guys do up there.
I don't want to talk about
it. But all right. Jokes aside, MyXMG now all tied up. One last chance to keep their lead coming into the second. They're really favoring long in recent times, and Cplay seems to have figured them out over here. And without a single kill for MyXMG this last round, Cplay coming into the second half with a full head of steam. Let's see what MyXMG has on their CT side. And I like Cplay recovered nicely.
Yeah, now moving to the opposite side. Once again, guys, want to point you in the direction of our Twitter giveaway. Jump onto Twitter, follow GoRGNTV as well as LuminosityGG, and you drop those both follows, and then retweet the specific tweet talking about a flip knife fade. You've now entered yourself into a giveaway, and I think we're about 100 followers off. So my understanding is we should be doing that after our North American match tonight, which I actually don't even know what our North American match is tonight. Let me see if I can find that out real quick here. As
yeah, I'm not sure either. I know we're not. It's not on Lounge if we have one yet. But
yeah. So anyhow, stay tuned on that.
Might just be.
We'll find out. We'll find out. But 7-8 here on this current map, and MyXMG once again they do have the map advantage. They've won that first map on Overpass, which confusingly enough was Cplay's pick. But now we're here on Dust 2, MyXMG's pick, and they've swapped over. They've had a pretty good CT side on most maps, so this should be troublesome for Cplay.
I don't think Cplay's gonna struggle as much as they did on Overpass, but XMG really did. Their aggression early rounds is what did it for me. And on Dust 2, you can aggress early round. They're trying it again here. They're trying to go for a mid and catwalk aggression. They do get one and they fall off, so even trades, but Cplay, they're rerouting to long. MyXMG has to adapt really quick. They do have the numbers to deal with it. Trying to cross, Yet goes down, and now only Nevi's. If he can hold off the rest of the Cplay members? No. Now it's going to be free area at long, and Cplay, as long as they control long here, this should be their round by all means. MyXMG has even yet to come up catwalk, and their only other player, NKY, is all lonely trying to come up long, and actually the smoke is shrouding his entrance up into the site here, but not a good start to the second half for XMG. And both teams went for a middle aggression and lost because of it on the CT side.
Yeah, unfortunately for MyXMG, fortunate for Cplay, and fortunate for the people that want to see a third map. That pistol round comes in and goes the way of Cplay. Now moving into the second round of this half. But with 3 AKs, they've got a scout on last. Not a surprise there as he tags one through the double doors. Not a big surprise. Must be wielding a Mac 10 and finds a frag onto Naviz early in this round. Sani's alive and well, trying to maybe get a refrag in here, but actually fully white screened as Muffby just again covering long A doors. They've aggressively pushed up Fulton Berry up Catwalk, and might be a good opening for them. Looks like they're going to be smoking into CT spawn, so might have some cute play here as generally when you see that happen, you might drop someone into CT spawn, have them come up ramp, but again, we'll have one frag as they're pushing out onto Catwalk. Laz with one out to get, so Gimpin finds Glaive. It's a 3v3. The bomb's been set now. Retake scenario for MyXMG.
And Saini's creeping up the long here while the rest of Cplay is dealing with Cat. He has a 1 versus 1, but he can't find the player behind the barrel. That's last with the scout being very evasive. And MyXMG, they traded 2 for 2. Wasn't bad at the start, but then Cplay don't allow any more guns to fall away from them. MyXMG, second eco round. You can't even call it an eco round. They bought up a decent amount last round, but what we're seeing, teams that instead of going for a full force buy on the second round, they'll have their opper not buy as much. So you could get with 3,000 teammates much lower. And this next round, I presume that Get is going to be whipping out that big green. And Cplay going for Catwalk as well as middle control. Ooh, Get with the sneak move. Doesn't take him out, but still aggressing here on the Catwalk. Get doesn't want to relinquish the Catwalk, but in the meantime, Cplay has just waltzed their way into the B-bomb site. Only a single frag for MyXMG thus far. Oh, they get the flanker. Saini could pick up the gun. No, goes down instantaneously to Muff B. So only one up, and that is Get. And so before our first gun round, Cplay is going to be up 11-7. Now it's on to MyXMG to recover, and there it is. Get picks up the AWP. The rest of his team's nades not optimal, but they got a few. They got all 5 of them have smokes, but only a couple of them have flashbangs. And Cplay, I wouldn't mind B execute right here.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times on Dust 2, where on the first gun round, instead of playing like we're seeing from Cplay, kind of a spread out default of sorts, just rushing into the B-bomb site with weapons, and actually worked out pretty well. It's a bit of a high-risk maneuver, but definitely can work out in your favor. Catch them off guard. Saini will fire onto Holton. First blood of this round. So advantage for the CT side, as Glaive's going to be pushing up Cat just all by himself. He's trying to spot someone out on the A platform, possibly Get, utilizing the AWP from a car position. Glaive actually drops down into CT spawn, throws some bullets through the smoke, but they've smoked off mid to B, and he hasn't found anybody inside of CT spawn. So Glaive now actually stuck in a pretty awkward spot, but he has forced off Get from the car position, as he's a little bit worried that they could come out Cat and CT spawn. So he's just playing pit, watching the cross.
You know what? I like what he could do here. Sorry to cut you off, but he could entirely isolate all the rotating CTs. MyXMG only have control along. So if Cplay can plant this bomb, retain control of Catwalk, Glaive takes him down in the spawn, suddenly this position is excellent.
Yeah, we'll see how this works out. They have planned it for Catwalk, so Barry's got control. That Get goes down via the AWP of Lass, and that is a huge frag, potentially stopping this retake, as Gimpin's coming up from CT spawn, Saini from long, but again, it's a Catwalk plant, so although they might be able to get up onto the platform, then you have to actually deal with the players on Catwalk. And yeah, Laz finishes off with Muffy both simultaneously fragging the CT side. And 12 rounds now for Cplay. Looking to steal Dust 2. These teams trying to take each other's map and then move into the random third. Again, will be Inferno. And we're well on our way. MyXMG hasn't posed a lot on their CT side in terms of their defense. So we definitely need to come up with something soon. And might not be this round, as Gimpin's going to get tagged once again through the doors, as Laz has been damn good at that.
Yeah, almost spent 100 there. And that's impressive. I wonder if he's picking the cross or just going for the crack. I assume the crack if he's being that consistent. But again, I want to highlight that last round. Glaive's position, initially I thought it was weak because MyXMG could have rotated back from long and easily killed him. But the fact that MyXMG was playing it so standard and traditional by keeping their players at long, generally that's what you want to do as a CT. But since Glaive was in that one position, that threw the entire strategy of how you're supposed to hold the A bomb site and how you're supposed to split your CT members up between the bomb sites up. It just threw that out the window with that one single position. So by Glaive doing that, it won them the round. And MyXMG, they got the opening frag. Oh, Gimpin with the jumper.
That was...
Muffy delivers justice. That should not be happening so often in Counter-Strike. But Looks like Cplay is going to be able to clean up the rest here. 13-7, MyXMG, another gun round, and they need this one. They're not going to have many more.
Exactly. A couple rounds left for Cplay if they want to take this map. MyXMG running out of time and rounds. Get once again with an AWP in his hands. And he was actually the one playing car when Glaive was able to drop into CT spawn. So not actually sure if there was a flash that blinded him. He knew he went down there, but wasn't able to get a shot off on him. But it was a couple rounds ago now. They're working an NOA stack in mid on the CT side. And oh, Glaive predicts it. Takes down both of them. Glaive, such an impact fragger here on Dust 2. He has been one of the main reasons Cplay's had so much success on either side of the map. So definitely credit to him, but there's still 2 CTs left up trying to defend this kind of play on this A bomb site. Get actually playing from CT spawn, rotating out right now. Or sorry, Naviz is playing inside of CT spawn. Get's going to be rotating all the way from T spawn. So not in optimal positions, to say the least.
Not at all, and I think they're going to be going for exits. Yeah, that's the best decision. Get outside of long, and his teammate inside of the spawn. And that round for Cplay was won right away by Glaive. To be able to spam down both of the stacking players at middle, it ruins the round for the rest of the CTs, because now it forces them to either just huddle down in the bomb sites, which eventually they'll get overwhelmed by a numerical advantage of the terrorists, or they have to find somewhere to aggress and force themselves out of position before they've even really got set up, because those 2 frags come so early from Glaive, and that's it's an early round boost at the NOA stack. And I've seen some of the top tier teams do it late by throwing a really late smoke and then boosting over from different angles, but generally early in the round is when the NOA stack comes up. Excellent prediction by Glaive. And now MyXMG. Probably their last gun round, unless Cplay stops momentum. Now they're coming out of long. MyXMG. Can they hold long like Cplay did? So far, not happening. And where's this scout from Get? He's got to get it going. And now peeking up above the boxes here at the A site. Still pressuring up long, though, is Cplay. Saney's only able to, CT to take one with him thus far. And Get with his scout needs to start pressuring. His teammates are in serious danger if he doesn't take somebody down at long. This will allow Cplay to just hold long and then rotate around the rest of the map and make sure no MyXMG members are pushing anywhere. And with Cplay still in full control of long, they have a wealth of options that they could do here. Either they could hold long and work their players up with the support of Last with the scout. Last is holding long here, and Cplay XMG has no idea how many terrorists are here. That's why we see another member are still over towards B. Gimpin's not peeking with them. The smoke is, on the cross. Cplay, it seems like they should have picked each other's maps. It's completely opposite how well they're dominating on each other's maps. MyXMG crushed them on the CT side of Overpass, and now Cplay is doing the same thing to them on the terror side of Dust 2. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, certainly some crazy back and forth action as Cplay finds their way to 15 rounds. One more to take this one in pretty convincing fashion, like you just stated. Cplay looking damn good on this map. They're having good control in terms of just the way they held long A there, just patiently. They know they don't need to aggress. They know how much time they have to play with and such, and eventually they make it work. Barry is going to get
Same
2 frags.
thing.
Sprays down, and that's the thing. They're reading XMG so well. Get with 2 frags, but this is still looking bleak for the CT side. Saney and Naviz left on the map. One with an AWP. Naviz pushing up catwalk right now, and they do have Saney slowly moving over to this B bomb site. I don't think he completely realizes that Glaive is... Oh, that nade's going to give it away, but oh, Saney walking up towards the double doors. Glaive just casually takes him down, and it's going to be up to Naviz to try and clutch here. He's got an AWP, no kit or anything else. Well, he's got a flashbang, but bomb yet to be set, so that's why he's just waiting for someone to maybe peek aggressively, but he's going to be slowly moving up the ramp, and again, this is a rough spot for an AWP.
It's going to really depend on if Cplay gives them anything to work with, and indeed they do. Glaive continuously peeks the spot above the box. Now, Nevi's 2 men to beat. Goes for the silent flash over the wall. Switches his AWP and Muff B. Ready right there. Sees the flashbang coming. Ineffective. MyXMG loses Cplay in map 2. Both teams take each other's maps. On to Inferno.